The One overflows or emanates the first level of reality, that being the divine mind or realm of the forms, nous, archetypes, or the ideas. The forms are immaterial ideas or images of the One. That is where they get their archetypal nature, i.e. oneness. Example, the one true good, the one true beauty, the one true justice, etc. The continuing emanation is that of soul, soul being rational in contemplating the forms in its higher aspect. In its lower aspect, soul is projective and ordering. It tries to make an image of the archetypes or forms in the formless mirror of what we call matter. This is how the disposition of soul descends into the predicament of generation, which is what we would call bodily or phenomenal life. The soul exists, consubstantial with body, temporarily, until the soul's lower dream image or body has died. The soul then returns to the disembodied state. This cycle of the soul acquiring a manifest body and then dying repeats until the soul realizes that instead of projecting itself as an image or mirage and thereby meriting a bodily incarnation, the soul must turn inward towards itself and identify with that which is stable and static, i.e. the forms and the one itself. The soul or intellect must not identify with the outward, visible, temporal, non-eternal, physical manifestations and their actions. When the soul turns towards itself and identifies with the ontologically antecedent and transcendent ideas and the one itself, it thereby achieves everlasting disembodied salvation by realizing its true orientation in reference to the one. The soul or intellect no longer projects itself outside of itself, lost, trying to assert itself as an image, filled with desires and fears. This act of projection is the extrinsic attribute of the One, the uncaused cause of all physical manifestation. This can be summarized as the relationship between principle and attribute, both being an inseparable unity, but seemingly opposed or separate due to polarization. In short, this can be said to be the One polarized. This existential movement away from the One is the cause of all physical manifestation, i.e. suffering and misery. It is overcome by realization or actualization of the true self, which is true being. This realization happens when the intellect contemplates its true identity and realizes that it, being a subject itself, is not an object to be objectified intellectually, i.e. the soul is not the body's actions, the body's emotions, or its impulses. The process of objective negation leads the subject, that is, the soul, back to its source, which is the One itself. In short, the One emanates out from itself in ignorance of itself and finally returns to itself intellectified and wise.